Hello boys and girls, how are you? Welcome to iTTV. I'm Miss Sonia, your Year 4 English tutor. Today, we are going to do countable and uncountable nouns. But before that, I have a poem for you. Listen. A carrot in a garden. A carrot in a garden and a rabbit in the wood. Said the rabbit, "Beg your pardon, but you're surely meant for food. Though you're started into harden, you may still be very good." Now, this is a poem about a rabbit and carrots. Do you like carrots, boys and girls? I know many of y'all don't really like vegetables, but vegetables are very good to keep you healthy and strong. Now, let us go into our lesson for today. Uncountable and countable nouns. Now, if you remember, nouns are words that refer to people, animal, places and things. For example, boy, girl, goat, snail, field, school, box, cup. So, boys and girls, nouns are names of, yes, good people, places and things. Some nouns are countable. This means that they can be counted. For example, girl, cat, bank, book. Other nouns are uncountable. This means they cannot be counted. For example, water, grass, sand, oil. Now, words used with countable nouns: many, several, a few, some, a lot of. So, students, remember, words used with countable nouns, some things that you can count, are many, several, a few, some, and, yes, very good, a lot of. For example, there are many shops there. Several books are missing. A few pupils are absent. Please give me some pencils. They bought a lot of mangoes. Now, words used with uncountable nouns: much, a little, some, a lot of. So, boys and girls, words used with uncountable nouns, things you cannot count: much, a little, some, a lot of. Now, let's look at it in sentences. How much sugar do you need? There is a little rice in the bowl. She poured some milk into the glass. There is a lot of water in the tank. Now, students, I've prepared a few examples of uncountable and countable nouns. Now, look at this. These are sweets. I can actually count the sweets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You see, these are countable nouns. Now, what about this? Salt. Now, I cannot count salt because there's too much of it. Salt is good, uncountable. Now, what about these? These are pens. 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens, 4 pens. I can count pens. These are countable nouns. Now, let us go on to, this is sand. And sand is uncountable. You see, this is an uncountable noun. Well, students, let's go on to our exercise, and I'm sure you're ready to go on to it. Let's start. Tick the countable nouns and cross the uncountable nouns. Belt, field, flower, paint, pen, basket, rain, house. Hair, finger, coffee, ink, chair, salt, ice, fruit. So students, have you ticked the countable nouns and crossed the uncountable nouns? Let's check your answers. Belt is countable. Field, countable. Flower, uncountable. Paint, uncountable. Pen, countable. Basket, countable. Rain, uncountable. House, countable. Hair, uncountable. Finger, countable. Coffee, uncountable. Ink, uncountable. Chair, countable. Salt, uncountable. Ice, uncountable. And fruit, countable. Well, how did you do? I'm sure you're getting really good at countable and uncountable nouns. On to our last lesson. Underline the correct answer. She added brackets, a few, a little, much milk to her tea. Put brackets, a few, a little, much potatoes into the soup. There is not brackets many, several, much rice left in the pot. May I have brackets many, some, a few orange juice, please? There were brackets much, many, a little people at the beach. Mother bought brackets a little, a few, much apples and pears. The teacher asked brackets much, a little, several pupils to help her. I saw brackets a little, much, some wild ducks at the pond in the park. Brackets several, much, a little people left before the concert ended. Grace spilt brackets several, a little, many soya sauce on the tablecloth. Brackets much, a little, many children like to play at the new playground. The boys drank brackets much, a lot of, many water because they were thirsty. Well, students, are you ready with your answers? Let's check them together. She added a little milk to her tea. Put a few potatoes into the soup. There is not much rice left in the pot. May I have some orange juice, please? There were many people at the beach. Mother bought a few apples and pears. The teacher asked several pupils to help her. I saw some wild ducks at the pond in the park. Several people left before the concert ended. Grace spilled a little soya sauce on the tablecloth. Many children liked to play at the new playground. The boys drank a lot of water because they were thirsty. Well, students, how did you do? I'm sure you did really well. So let us recap what we learned today in today's lesson. Well, we learned countable and uncountable nouns. You can count countable nouns and you cannot count uncountable nouns. Things that fall under countable nouns are boy, girl, car, house, and things that fall under uncountable nouns are things like coffee, milk, water, sand, sugar, salt. We've come to the end of our lesson, students, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you for watching iTTV. I'm Miss Sonia, your Year 4 English tutor.